mic up close to you. Alright.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Alright, and I'm back. Another episode of Riot's Modern Life. This is episode 11. I'm sitting down here with young Sam. He's out of Sacramento, California. 19 years old. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been doing music for?
I started writing music at the age of 10, but then it took me a couple years to master the skill. Then at the age of 16, I started putting out videos and songs.
Okay.
Started catching on from there, and I was like, man, I can really rock with this. So.
Yeah, you found it took me a couple years too to figure out hey, wait, I like doing this so much. Why can't I do this for a living one day? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what it took. My senior year in high school, we had a little rap group and we did ciphers, and they would be like, oh, here's a track, you can write to this, and I would freestyle, and I'm just like, man, this is getting better and better. So I was like, keep this going.
Right. So you felt do you hear that hiss?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is that? Okay. Technical difficulties. So, did you grow up listening to just hip hop only, or were you influenced by other forms of music that drive your inspirations?
Me growing up, I started a couple years of my life in West Africa, so a lot of
So you're not from America, right?
No, I'm not. I'm Nigerian.
Tell us about that.
Well, grew up in Lagos, Nigeria.
Okay.
In Africa, West Africa, and me growing up, a lot of music that I listened to were Afro beats and reggae and stuff. And it had a lot of influences also, but then there's also rap artists out there also, and they make music, and I was growing up, I idolized them, I looked up to them.
At what age did you come to America?
I moved to America at the age of 10.
Okay. So you haven't even been in America 10 years yet.
No, not yet.
That's nuts.
Almost a decade.
Coming up on that. That's crazy, man. So you got a new mixtape coming out. Is it out or is it coming out?
It's in the work right now.
Okay. It's called Who Am I?
It's Titus Who Am I. For a second I wanted to self-title it.
Right.
But then I thought about the concept of, if I was to name you Who Am I, the mixtape would describe to my fans and to other people who I'm trying to bring into my fan base who I am as a music artist and my goals with music.
Okay. That's awesome. And you know what? That's a very deep thought for some, because a lot of people aren't oh, I'm making music to, I want the people to come into my circle, per se, your circle of fans, or people that want to hear what you got to say, that want to hear what you have. So what kind of substance does this mixtape have? Is it going to be and what kind of messages are you trying to convey to people?
Well,
is it conscious? Is it some ignorance? Because, there's a fine blend of both. There's nothing wrong with ignorance.
Yeah, I get that. But most of in a lot of my songs, if you listen to my lyrics, it's just describing a time. It's a time lapse in my life. It's an event. It describes every event. Every song describes an event. My last song I put out over the summer called Summer Crush. It was about a girl that it was a summer thing, and that went on from there. So basically, with this mixtape, it's just describing I started at the age of 16, but I could have been doing music at the age of 10.
Right.
And it shows my evolution from the age of 10, the first song I ever remixed to now, and I have a great producer, Remy on the beat. Shout out to him. He co-produces all my songs.
Remy on the beat?
Yes, Remy on the beat.
Okay.
Find him on Instagram, REMMYOTB.
I'm gonna add him right now.
Yes, sir.
How'd you link up with him? Is he producing the whole mixtape?
Yes, he's gonna be co-producing the mixtape.
Okay.
A lot of the originals is gonna come from him, but then I also have a couple remixes on there from songs.
Okay, cool.
And I ran into the dude. We go to ARC together. I met him at ARC.
That's for those that aren't from up here, it's American
College. Yeah. So then I hit him up. I was like, oh, I saw him editing a song on from Pro Tools, and I was like, yo, I do music too. And then we linked up. He sent me a couple beats. I wrote to it, and we just went on from there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Cool.
So we just went on from there, and then he's been producing all my tracks, and he's gonna produce a lot of the originals from here. We got a couple
the remixes that you have in mind are obviously they're remixes of other songs, but so the originals he's doing them all.
Yes, sir.
That's very cool. I got there's a special place in my heart for projects that are all done by the same guy. You know, it's a team effort. You know,
Yeah.
he doesn't have one word in the fucking whole project, but he very much so has. He's a big part of the core of the project. You know what I mean?
He's the backbone basically. Because me just putting out words wouldn't make sense without a beat to it.
Well, and you can find beats anywhere. You know what I mean? But with the fact that you got his beats that you happen to take to that inspire you to do what you do.
Better. But yeah, referring back to the first question, the mixtape is basically like an evolution. It's a little bit of ignorance because I like to show that I grew up in this type of environment, but that doesn't really originally make me who I am.
Right. What part of Sac are you from?
I am from Sacramento itself, Ardeen area. I grew up in Ardeen, but recently moved out here to Citrus Heights.
Oh, nice. So you're right. You're local.
Right down the street.
Very cool. Yeah, man. I like it up here.
It's pretty chill.
It's chill. It's. There's gonna be some ghetto parts in where you go. You know what I mean? But it's like it's cool. So you graduated high school like what, a year ago?
2012 actually.
2012.
Yeah,
okay.
at the age of 17.
All right. So you've been out of high school a couple of years. What do you do at American River College? You do music?
No, I'm a psychology major actually. Yeah.
Cool.
Decided to get into psychology so I could relate it to my music because there's a certain messages that you have to phrase a certain way for people to understand it.
Oh, there's psychology with everything. There's psychology with comedy.
Yeah, exactly. There's a way you have to phrase some stuff for some people to understand it. So that's why I endeavored into so I can get a.
Very cool. I took a psychology class once. I think I got a D in it. but hey, I remember what did they teach you? Psychology 101. I like Pavlov's theory of conditioning.
Conditioning, mind evolution and theories and
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. I've never heard anybody have a take like that on their approach to, because mostly people that do music are like, yeah, I go to college for music, and then they go for like a year, and it's like, but at least like psychology is a sustainable degree. You
can use it in any aspect of life.
Absolutely. And you know what, dude? Say fucking a couple years, say 10 years from now, you're like, well, I'm kind of over music, but hey, I got this psychology degree, and
become a
or you
spokesperson.
I work a full-time job on top of doing this, on top of doing music.
True.
So it's like, you gotta until your music is made. There are very few people on this planet that are like, fuck it, I quit everything and I'm just gonna do music that make it. That's such a small percentage. So you need to apply the hard work that you to your music, to everything. You apply that hard work to everything you do, and that's gonna make you a successful person. That's going to make you a successful artist, that's going to make you a successful person, that's going to make you a successful psychologist, whatever, you know what I mean? You just have to figure that drive, like I hate my day job, but I still work hard, because at the end of the day, my name is on whatever the fuck I'm doing, and if it's not done good, then it's my name that's going to get trashed, and I'm not about that, So
it's also inspiration for the music, it gives you more to write about.
Absolutely. So are you playing any shows? You got any shows coming up, or have you not played any shows?
Currently, I am in the process of trying to get the mixtape done and work over the summer, over the winter, late December. I hosted my own tour out here in Sacramento. It's called "What My City Made Me" tour, which was the mixtape I dropped in December. What My City Made Me.
What venues did you play?
I played at the Boardwalk, and I also was down in LA for a couple shows.
Very cool.
But yeah, that's for right now. I'm just in the works of creating this mixtape, and then start planning on what we want to do over the summer, where we want to headline over the summer or take over.
Totally. That's really good. I just hit the studio yesterday all day. I was in the studio from 9:30 a.m. till 7:30 p.m. I knocked out about six things. I knocked out 6 things. 5 of which will be on the album. But I'm gonna get everything done with this because I'm gonna really be meticulous with this. Everything I've done before, I fucking have rushed. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be meticulous with this. But yeah, I know people that if you would like to play a show here and there, I can link you up.
Oh, that'd be great.
Because I'm all about networking. I think networking in this industry is by far the most important thing. It's more important than music. It's more important than how you. It's the most important thing.
Yes.
Networking and how you carry yourself with other individuals is the most important thing. because I know people with talent, all the talent in the world, but they're fucking assholes and nobody wants to work with them.
No one, but yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And then I know people that are like, you know, hey, they're not that good, but they're very pleasant to be around, and I'd rather hang out. I'd rather, you know what I mean? And you see them get better, you know, and they don't walk around like they're fucking, like their shit doesn't stink.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody likes that. So do you play any instruments?
I play the drums. I'm getting better at the piano.
Okay.
I'm not gonna decide to play that officially,
Right,
but
right.
it's a development. Yeah.
Yeah, piano. See, and that's like well, I play guitar a little bit. I'm not gonna sit here and disrespect actual guitar players and call myself.
That's why I said I kind of play piano.
Yeah, but yeah, drums, percussion is something I could just never get. Like, it's crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can rap over a beat all day and stay on beat, but like to create, I can't. Couldn't do it. You know what I mean?
That's how it all started for me. I used to play drums at my church, and the beat was just there, and I would like in my time off, I would play the drum and start rhyming in my head, and I'm like, this is pretty legit.
That's cool. Speaking of drums, actually, I've been playing with a live drummer at my sets.
That's good.
It's fucking
live performances.
Yeah, the live drummer. Shout out to Inked Up. He brings a whole other element to the show. You know, especially being an opening act. You know what I mean? Like, what sets you apart?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I do everything I can to set myself apart. I feel like I do a pretty good job of it. You know what I mean? I just think that's awesome, dude, that you've already experienced like LA, because I haven't yet. I'm going down for Team Backpack though.
Oh, I wanted to try out for that.
What? You can't do it. You need to.
Send it in a Disney.
You better, dude. I'm gonna fucking harass you, dude. Until you got until April 3rd to submit that.
April 2nd's my birthday too.
Okay.
So I gotta get.
I think it's April 3rd. We can double check that. It's in April. Early April is when they close it out. Yeah. It's free to submit your video. But if you get it picked up, it's $100.
That's good.
Yeah, that's cool. And the more people that anybody up here that's listening, the more people that are going down there, I'm willing to share hotel rooms. Let's pull that, because I got a GoFundMe. You know what I mean? Because of my album, the T-shirts, the shows I got. You know what I mean? If I can't sell the tickets, I still cash out. I still cash out the promoter, because I told them I would. You know what I mean? I took that. They're expecting that much money from me. And so with all of that going on, it's going to be really stressful financially. So I started the GoFundMe, which is cool. Shout out to everyone that's contributed to the GoFundMe. I'll individually shout you out at the end of this one, actually, because I got like over $200 already, which is cool. You know what I mean? Like that's and it's like these are just people that believe in me. You know what I mean? And you know, that's basically I'm trying to make LA as cheap of a trip as possible. So if we could, I'm not carpooling because I'm flying. Just because of the amount of time I can take off work, I can't forego 12 hours worth of driving versus only 2 hours worth of flying.
Speaking of LA, my first trip to LA, considered music-wise, was back in 2013, because in October, November 2012, I released my first like official single, and shout out to my boy Travis Martinez, Kid TGM on Instagram. He recorded my first video to it, and I got nominated for an award show in LA as an underground artist. You know,
I'm gonna watch this video. I want to. Cool.
Yeah.
So does he live up here?
Yeah, he lives up here also.
Fucking adding people left and right. Tell these motherfuckers.
The song is called "Till the Very End," and that was my first song. You know, it's like "Till the very end, till the very end. I'm gonna rep my city till the very end. I'm gonna do everything I gotta do to the very end. Like, forget what a hater has to say or anything. Like, everything's till the very end. And they picked it up down in LA. Got nominated for Best Underground Artist, Best Upcoming Artist, and went down there. Unfortunately, I didn't win, but it was just a fact that, you know, like my first year in the music game, and I'm getting nominated for an award,
and that's LA for you. And it's really crazy to think like the Sacramento is so big, but there's no fucking industry here.
Right. You never hear of anything from Sacramento.
And it's like, why? And I mean, there are great artists here. Great. Like, there are some fucking MCs here in Sacramento that are so good. And I'm from a place where there's, you know, people want to shit on this music scene here. Oh, there's only like 3 venues down south. I'm from down south, Southern California. But like about 150 miles north of LA. And basically, There's Santa Barbara, they got a couple spots, and then there's San Luis Obispo, which is just a little bit, like about 100 miles north of there, but I'm from in the middle of those. So, you know, you can go to either one, it's not that far.
Yeah.
Well, the main music venue in San Luis is fucking closing. And it's like, why? That's all they got, you know what I mean? So it's like, fucking glad I'm out of there, you know what I mean? Because you really got to go to LA from
exposure.
there. But here at least you got the Bay. You know what I mean? Sacramento and the Bay, it's just that there is no industry in. But here's the thing, we're in the age of the internet. You know what I mean? As long as you can go meet people in person and then stay networked, you're fine. You know what I mean? You don't have to live in LA. It's a fucking hour flight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what it is. My last, I had a record over the summer dedicated to the city of Sacramento called Hometown Hero. Dope ass track. Shout out to my homies and the videos and the production.
Where do you record at?
I have a home studio.
Okay.
I also record at Fat Cats Recording in Roseville.
Okay.
And my homeboy Remy on the beat got a studio at his place too, so we just try to mix it.
Oh man, you're all over the place.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, and video went pretty good because with the whole internet connection and everything now with the new internet age, people on News 10, Fox 40, they were tweeting me and retweeting the videos on Twitter and stuff. It was going out, and I was like, man, this is what I need.
That's the kind of shit that gives you those warm fuzzies inside.